Hello everybody, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host Elizabeth, and this is our Volume 3 series on the Cricut Personal Cutter, model number CRV001. I just want to go over with you some of the things that you'll be hearing throughout the videos. You'll always hear me refer to the model number. That's the model number that I have. And the reason why I'm doing these videos is because I've seen nothing and practically nothing, next to nothing, in regards to how these machines work. I believe because it's an older model, but it works awesome. And so I love this little machine that I got for $30. I love it. It was worth every penny. It works just fine. And so we're going to go ahead and today is doing a change out on your housing unit here that holds your blade. And also I do want to apologize. My camera keeps zooming in and out, and I've tried to fix it. I'm going to have somebody else look at it. So I do apologize if it zooms in or it zooms out. So again, you might see that today on the video. And also I don't have my assistant with me today, Mason. He's napping right now. So I'm going to take advantage of this time to share this really important process with you. And so let's go ahead and get started. Again, I just want to remind you of the knobs and how they work and why they work. Again, this is just your dial or your knob that prints this. And I always say print. Again, my apologies. I always mean to say cut, but I'm trying to get used to the Cricut lingo. So this is actually the number that it will cut your item. And so it goes from a 1 all the way to a 5.5. So, and then this dial or button or knob here, this is actually the speed. And this button or dial down here is actually the pressure that is applied to the item that you're cutting. And if you'll notice here, once we get a little bit closer, this also has a dial as well, a knob, however you want to call it. This is actually the depth that the blade will go into your project. So we need to make sure that those are all at the right numerical points depending on your paper. So let me get you closer a little bit here. And I see that it's possibly going in and out of focus here. So again, I definitely apologize for that. So this is what we want to do. And normally you'll change out these blades, one, because apparently they last anywhere between 500 to 1500 cuts, depending on what you cut. So this could break easily, or you need to insert a different type of blade because you're cutting a different type of product or material. So we're going to go ahead and start by just loosening this up and just, rolling it back, kind of unscrewing it till it gets a little loose, and it just goes right around that arm that holds it in place, and you just want to push it all the way over to the right. And there's like a little arm here, so you want to open that arm, and then just very gently though, don't force it open, and then go ahead and just wiggle out your housing unit. So this is what's called the housing unit. This is the release button, and actually this blade is sticking out a little bit here. So please be very careful when you're doing this. Go ahead and push that release button all the way and turn it back just a little bit, and then here it is from a side view, and then you can just pull out your blade and then release that. And so here is the standard blade. Now when I bought this unit, it came with this, so I'm assuming they used it quite a bit, and so that's probably why it doesn't cut as well as I'd like it to. So, and then in order for you to put it right back, you'll just again push this release button, tilt it back just a little bit, and there you go, and it sticks right back in. Now again, when you put this back in, make sure that your arrow and your dial number is visible. And just so you know, see how this has a tightness right here around this edge? Well, as you get to a lower number, you'll start seeing a little gap right there. It'll start opening up. And that's what I'm talking about when we're going into depth. And so when I turn it back to 6, you'll see it tighten up. And so that's just some additional information. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this back in. Again, ever so gently. Make sure I can see my arrow. Slide this back over and go ahead and tighten it to my right. Okay, so that's perfectly in there. Okay, and so what I do want to share is the additional blade that I purchased. I did purchase this at Joann's. It was $25.99. Ouch, it was a little pricey, but with my 40% off coupon, it was around $16. Now, if you notice, it comes with a housing unit. I don't believe I needed a housing unit. However, when I looked at Cricut's website, what they recommended was a black one, and I was completely lost. It wasn't user-friendly. I was going back and forth, and so I went to Joann, seen this, and I just seen the word deep cut blade with housing. Now, unfortunately, Cricut products do not tell you if the item that you're buying is universal. So this is why I'm doing these videos, so that way you know if it works or if it doesn't work. So again, I read the back of it, and the print was so small I had to use a magnifying glass, but nowhere did it tell me that this was for my particular model number. So I don't know how the other units work. I know that they're pricier. I know they can do a lot more, but this is an awesome unit I have. Why would I want to get another one? I probably will once I get to know these machines a lot more, but this one is great. So that's what this one is. Now, I can return this back to Joann's. I just need to make sure that I open this and keep this in pristine condition. So I'm going to go back to Joann's and see if they just have these blades there. I believe I seen an empty rack where it said something about blades $14.99 or something like that, but I'll have to go back and check, and I'll update the video and let you know if I did find those. So, and also I will be testing the deep cut blade on the items that it allegedly cuts. Now, I looked at the website and it said it can cut a whole bunch of different things. However, the standard blade also said that it could cut a whole bunch of different things, and I'm not seeing that it can cut. However, I think it's because of my blade is a little older. So I don't know how old or how long the blade has been there. But in any case, that's what these videos are for, is to show you and share. So thank you so much for your time, and I will be seeing you guys soon. Let me know what your comments are. And again, I'll see you next time.